Some news has been hitting the Fagel lovers and the Juggalo Nation pretty deep. King Gordy shot 5 times in Detroit during a robbery. My friend Joe, guy who's going to be rapping perhaps Wicked Shack and representing us with his music, and we'll be representing him with our merchandise, custom charms and stuff. So we were having a conversation yesterday about King Gordy. He was having a good day. I said, "Did you hear the news? I was watching Boy Blue's video, dude, and I'm checking this up right now. Make sure it's legit. Make sure it wasn't like a rumor thing, stuff like that, or it wasn't Fagel lovers or some website just making something up." I told him about his favorite artist, and he'll tell you this: King Gordy, shot 5 times, and this struck everybody. I think with fans of ICP, fans of Eminem. King Gordy was in the movie 8 Mile. He's friends with the guys from Detroit. I don't know if you guys remember this, but the guys in D12 actually did a shout out to the Juggalos not too long ago, about 4 or 5 years ago maybe. This was all over Juggalo News and it hit juggalospace.net pretty good. That's when I figured the beef with Eminem and Ice Cube was pretty much called off, was after the death of one of the D12 members. Proof, I think, is who it was, who actually ended ICP's and Eminem's beef. So that's interesting. But there's still tenacity and there's still hatred because Eminem dissed them 500 years ago. Whatever. So, King Gordy shot 5 times. My friend Joe thinks it's a hit. He doesn't think King Gordy was a victim of a robbery. He thinks that they were out to get King Gordy. So speculate on this a little bit. Could have been a pissed off Eminem fan with the fact that he does horrorcore and he mentions ICP and stuff like that, or it could be the fact that some juggalo got pissed because he was in 8 Mile and is friends with D12 and this juggalo got pissed. Whatever the case might be, it was in Detroit. It was a robbery. The police aren't going to do anything. They won't be able to. Crime has dropped in Detroit significantly. It was the most dangerous city about 6-7 years ago. I think now it's down to like the 7th or 8th. Baltimore was bad. It was the worst city, most dangerous. And I guess now lately it's New Orleans on the list. That's from what I've been hearing, not from any research. But I guess New Orleans is pretty bad. So, yeah, sucks. King Gordy. The thing is, he survived, so hopefully he gets well soon. Some other interesting news. More speculation on Twisted leaving. Matter of fact, there was this guy on my Facebook who wasn't even aware that Twisted was leaving or had left Psychopathic Records. I was like, wow. Been under a rock or something. I got the news from a friend of mine, so of course I went looking it up to verify. Don't trust everything you hear on YouTube. Don't even trust what I'm saying. You should go look this shit up yourself. Think for yourself. Do your own research. Don't sit there and, if I told you if I saw a fucking unicorn, there's video footage of it on YouTube, you're going to be digging around for footage of a unicorn. You're going to find some guy dressed up in a suit, and it's a fake unicorn, and you're going to get upset. So do your research. No matter what anyone tells you, do your research. I did my research when I heard about King Gordy getting shot. I trust Boy Blue. He brings some good news. I still did my own research. So, back to what I was saying about Twisted. There's speculation. testdummy22, he said that Twisted left because of the FBI thing. In Twisted's interview that they did on Abominations in October, Madrox was saying it's nothing, it's just like being racist or a bigot. And, it's about judging somebody from what they do, what they look like, what they're listening to, whatever. It's a form of racism. We're not a race of people. But okay. Monoxide said it was just stupid. I seriously doubt that's why they left. Because to them, it's not a big deal. And they stated that. If it's not a big deal to them, pretty sure they'd have made a thing on it or whatever. in their interview, they probably would have said more, and they would have said, hey, yeah, we decided to part ways, or something like that. I don't think that's the case. I don't know what's going on at Hatchet Gear. I don't know what's going on at Psychopathic Records. I don't know anything of what's going on. No one's telling us anything. So we're going to keep speculating and keep talking about this until Twisted gives us something, anything. And then we're going to post up videos speculating on that. And it's just going to go roundy, roundy, round, because apparently this is the biggest thing since sliced bread. Very simplistic people. And the whole Twisted owes it to... Twisted doesn't owe us a goddamn anything. They don't owe us an answer. They don't... No, they're going to go and do their fucking thing. And if you still listen to Twisted and you still like them, whatever, fucking keep doing it, you know. Personally, it's really none of our business why they left. Yeah, take that in for a minute. They don't have to answer to anybody. They don't owe us an explanation. They don't owe us anything. We owe nothing to them either. We choose to go to their shows, listen to their music, buy their merchandise. We choose to do that. We don't have to. We don't owe it to them. They don't owe anything to us. We should just try and work on something called boundaries. Let's not dig in their garbage to try and find something. Let's not bring up shit that's going on, because for all we know, it could have been a personal thing. They could have gotten some spat, and they just threw up their hand and said, we're leaving, and they got the invite to come back, and they said, no, we don't know. But we're digging into their garbage, trying to figure out why. We could be bringing up something that they don't even want to talk about, because if they did, I'm sure they'd have said something. So let's just kind of leave it be. Let's discuss King Gordy getting shot. Let's discuss the FBI thing, which is, I think, the most important thing on everyone's list. It should be right at the top, next to getting laid and smoking weed or whatever it is. I think the FBI should be right at the top, and then we can do the rest. We'll work our way down the list of something. Then maybe 10 years from now we'll say, hey, you remember when Twisted left? We never got the explanation that we were looking for, and we all kept speculating and shit? Whatever. But yeah, I think the FBI needs to be on our top priority, because we don't even know when the trial is. No one's talking about that. You know, they're like, yeah, we're suing the FBI. We're going to trial with the FBI, but, you know, so when's the trial? Oh. When are you guys going to court? Oh. What are you guys doing to stop it? Nothing. Too focused on Twisted leaving a record label. Jesus Christ. Fucking people. Guy today said it best. I wish them the best. Is all he pretty much said. He says, you know, I hope they do alright. I hope, you know, they come back soon. I hope it... He even said, I hope it's a gimmick. Which I thought about. I was like, wait a minute. That's something no one thought about. Them leaving, or at least no one said it from what I heard. It could be Twisted saying, hey, you want to know something? Let's get our CD sales up. Let's get our ratings up. We'll leave Psychopathic. People will indulge into our music and follow us, and they're going to overcompensate us leaving by getting our merchandise, but being loyal to us to show that they still support us. Our sales go up and everything. ABK, not too long ago, he leaves Psychopathic Records. And some people actually got pissed off about that. Really? ABK leaves Psychopathic. And they're split. Some people are still ABK. Some people hate him. Whatever the case may be. It was split, but it seems to be with Twisted leaving, people are like, you know, I ain't tripping. People are like, you know, I don't care. I'm still going to listen to them. And other people are just whining and crying and missing them like, you know, they've known them forever and they just left and they were like best friends. Twisted was not your best friend. It was actually, I never mentioned this, the Dark Lotus show. This guy had his girlfriend at the show, and she actually spoke to Monoxide, and he was trying to get her on the bus after the show. Well, the girls who went to go onto the bus afterwards, they wanted no dudes, they wanted just the girls. And this girl said, yeah, sure. Pretty sure she was willing to cheat on her boyfriend with Monoxide. As awesome as that might be, you know, I fucked Monoxide, I'm pretty sure 600 other girls over. Your boyfriend's at the show, he takes you to the show, and I don't know. That's just kind of fucked up to me. But, what are you going to do? It's show business. That's what happens when you're famous. Chicks want to fuck you. And you tend to fuck them. But it goes to show you this isn't a family thing. There was this guy doing stand-up at the show, and he said, you know, he goes, "You a juggalo? Yeah. She's a juggalette? Yeah. You two are together? Yeah. That's incest, man. Shit. We're not a family. If we were a family, we wouldn't be dating juggalettes, and juggalettes wouldn't be dating juggalos, and vice versa. We're not a family, guys. Come on. We're not a family." I mean, a lot of you are probably even questioning if you're juggalos, these old school guys jumping down your throat saying you're not this and you're not that and you don't meet the requirements. Jesus. Things so fucked up lately. But right now, the FBI's got to be a top priority. Do your research. Christ, you want to get back at the FBI? Let me show you something. And I found this. 1-800-FBI-FAIL. Sure, we've all forgotten to pay a bill here and there. You pay the late fee, maybe go without lights for a few weeks. No big deal, right? It's cool. Unless you're an agency of the American government in charge of monitoring the country's security, and you get the lines cut on your primary means of surveillance, then yeah, it's kind of a big deal. In 2008, the FBI and their phone service shut down during a national security investigation and missed countless other opportunities to collect key evidence because they failed to pay their phone bills in a timely manner. According to a report by the Justice Department, we analyzed 990 telecommunication surveillance payments made by 5 field divisions and found that over half of these payments were not made on time. If that is, they were paid at all. One private carrier sent a list detailing 66,000 in unpaid bills resulting from surveillance activity. Yikes. You know, in a financial crisis, when even the government's calling collect. A little FBI fail for you guys. Go out and do something. Go pick at the negatives of the FBI and blow it up on your Facebook page, your G+, your YouTube, whatever it is. Find things that are wrong with the FBI. Find out what they're doing wrong. Retaliate a little bit. Show some balls. Not, fuck the FBI, fuck the police. No, that is strictly an emotion. There is no intelligence and no logic behind emotion. I can't stress this enough. You got to find facts. You got to look them up. You got to do research. You have to read. It sounds hard, but you have to read and go about your business the way you're going to go about it intelligently. If you want to talk bad about the FBI, use some intelligence, use some facts, use some of their fails, use some of their horrible investigation skills. Find out who they accidentally killed or killed an innocent person. Something, anything. Dig up dirt on them because that's what they're doing to us. Do it intelligently. Dig up dirt on them. That way when things go to trial, they might just be like, well, we don't want to talk about this, case dismissed. There you go. We win. Something, guys. Give me something. Do something. Let's forget about twisted leaving. Let's forget about, all this shit. It goes along with it. Let's not worry about their garbage. Instead, let's go digging in the FBI's garbage. Let's go dig in their closet and look at their skeletons and see what they're hiding in all their little fuck-ups. Because that's what they're doing with us. They're going to look at all these guys who, Psycho Bob and Crazy Billy and all these idiots that are out there putting up stupid shit. I'm going to kill you. I want to hack this person to death. You're not this. You're a homo. Whatever. And they're going to go, oh yeah, see, they're showing danger. They're being very dangerous people. No, absolutely not. But as we were talking about, fans of Slipknot, in my opinion, they're more violent, vicious, and have more intentions on being harmful than we do. I was talking to this one guy. He actually commented on my YouTube. His police department said nothing. They didn't even know what a juggalo was. You'd think that if we're on this list with the FBI, that we would suddenly be well known, that people would have heard about us. Perhaps another FBI fail. Maybe they didn't tweet it. So, do your research, dig up on the FBI. Focus on that for a minute. A day. If everyone did a video on the FBI for a full day instead of twisted leaving, speculations on this, maybe that, if we focused on the FBI, put everything aside, had a goal, focused on it, we all did this, maybe we'll cause a little bit of a stir. Because this is no small thing. I think we could pretty much agree. Us being on the FBI list makes us a legitimate gang, meaning a lot of us are going to get screwed over by it. Some people won't be able to get jobs. Some people will lose their jobs, especially in the will to work state, which I'm sure a lot of them are. And for those of you who don't live in one of those and don't know what that is, that's where you can be fired with no reason. You could walk into work and they go, "You're fired," and they don't have to give you a damn reason. Yeah, live for your die state does just that. So what I'd like to see, a little bit more on the FBI, a little less on twisted leaving. Otherwise, the FBI could again use that as, you know, hey, look, listen, their leaders walked away, so now they're trying to trace them down so they can continue getting their orders, because that's how gangs work. Actually, while we're on this topic, I got a little something for you. Look over here. Hang on a second. I'll start with this. Are gangs dangerous? Gang leaders get their junior members to do dangerous things. Members talk about being part of a family, but they can turn their backs on each other in a heartbeat. If you are thinking of joining a gang, here are some things to keep in mind. You will live in fear of getting caught, fear of getting killed, fear of the rest of the gang. Getting caught means going to jail or getting killed. Gangs demand loyalty and have very strict rules. Just imagine the rules in jail. You won't get what you're promised. Gang leaders take the largest cut of all profits. You'll be left with the scraps no matter what you did to earn it. You will be forced to hurt innocent people, and some gangs committing the most serious crimes in a way to rise to the top. You will never feel good about yourself or hold on to the things you achieve, status, independence, stuff. That's just an idea of what the FBI is looking at when they're looking into gangs. This is all papers that I've found. I mean, I've got the Arizona statistics, the gang names, stuff like that. I've got how many juvenile gang members are in prison. 15% of juveniles in prison are female. 85% are male. 90,000 boys are in some kind of detention facility, work camp, residential placement, or correctional facility. 9 out of 10 boys in detention have some level of gang affiliation. 14,000 girls under 19 years old are in some kind of placement, detention, resident placement, or correctional facility. It isn't clear how many have gang affiliation. How many gangs and gang members in the U.S.? 24,500 gangs in the U.S., Article 4. 750,000 gang members in 2000 and 2007. 1 million gang members in 2009. And this hasn't been updated. Just so you guys know, the Juggalos aren't mentioned in any of this. What else do we got here? Some stuff over here. Little bit of some clippings and stuff for my my gang awareness day that I'm doing at my local library. Repeat stuff. Here's a little interesting fact. When gangs can be dangerous, being recognized as being with a gang could mean you are attacked by a rival gang. Meaning I could walk down the street and a gang moves into my neighborhood and they see me wearing Hatchet merch or a Hatchet Man or whatever, they will shoot me because I'm on their turf. So, food for thought. This is why people join gangs. Just a few of them. They like to feel appreciated, may like to feel powerful, may even like to feel people are afraid of them, like the feeling of excitement, being part of a larger group, what to do to avoid it. How many girls are involved in gangs? There are approximately 32,000 teenage female gang members. There are approximately 48,000 adult female gang members. 60% of gangs do not allow female members. Girls hang around, go to parties, but are not considered members. 40% of gangs allow female members, but only 1 out of 10 members is a girl. There are very few girl gangs. Only 2% of all gangs are female only. Feminists, probably. Female gang members commit fewer crimes and violence. Their incarcerations tend to be for drug use, larceny, petty theft, status offenses, or domestic issues. Or prostitution. In the U.S., there are approximately 14,000 girls in correctional placement versus 90,000 boys. The majority of the 14,000 girls have some gang affiliation, but how many is not clear. 70% of girls in jail report having been sexually abused or victimized as children. 65% of girls in jail have a psychological issue such as clinical depression or generalized anxiety versus 30% for boys, although this number is increasing. 26% of girls in jail have been in special education, although there are far fewer girls than boys in special education. Girls who do have learning problems are at a very high risk of gang association. There you have it. A little bit of information on gangs. I'd say look that up and present that to the FBI. Something, like I said, anything productive. If you can bring something intelligent to the table, all is welcome. But if we're going to be ignorant and just stand around and let this happen, then I guess we've pretty much earned it. But, wicked clowns, I guess. I'll be down with the clown till I'm dead in the ground. What about when the world's like, fuck us, kill us? What are you going to be? Down. Either way, I'll always love ICP. I'll always love Twisted. I'll always have the Juggalos. I'll always have the Lets. I'll always have the female Juggalos, because that's a bit of a debate. Whatever you call yourself, whatever your status is, if you're a decent human being, you're willing to talk to me, you're willing to be intelligent and progressive towards all of this, and putting something onto the table, presenting something to me, being a decent human being, being caring. I mean, you don't got to have an IQ of like 600 to be able to associate with me. A little bit of intelligence is great, but compassion, caring, not just talking from an emotional basis. I'll consider you a friend. I'll consider you someone who's close to me, someone who I would defend. Just as long as you're willing to do things right. I don't care what they say about, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. If you have good intentions, cool. But I'm not going to alienate people who aren't juggalos. I'm not going to alienate juggalos because of the FBI thing. But I'd like to see us win and succeed at this. If you guys have any questions, comment below. If you guys have anything that you're doing to help stop this, I'd love to hear it. Do a page on it. Anything, bring this to people's attention, because there's still some people living under a rock who haven't heard about Twisted. What do you think about the people who haven't heard about the FBI, who haven't even heard of juggalos and things like that? Try and get them on our side, which is exactly what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get people from Texas, California, all around to stand up, who aren't fans of our music, who people even hate it and go, no, this is bullshit. So, do your part. I'll continue doing mine. Until then, peace.